Welcome back, everyone. Before you can stop child abuse, you have to know how to spot it.
Fox 26's Katie McCall is going in depth on this issue all this week. She went to some local experts for advice, and she's here now to share what they told her. Katie.
Melinda and Don, 4 children in our country die every single day from child abuse. It's a 100% preventable cause of death and one that slips through the cracks all too often. We are fortunate to have Texas Children's Hospital here in Houston. That's where many of the children who've been seriously harmed receive excellent care. So that's who we turn to for our story. Here are 6 signs you can look out for that may indicate a child is being abused.
And that's what's responsible for the group kind of component.
What these child care workers are learning in a 1-hour class could affect a child's life forever.
I guess this class has made me feel better about my ability to detect, if something was going wrong.
It isn't about CPR or the Heimlich maneuver. This is about child abuse and how to spot it.
Where on a child's body is normal to find wear and tear, and where, what areas might indicate sort of an abusive situation.
Helping other people.
Texas Children's Hospital social worker John Bickle says one warning sign of an abuse injury is an unusual location.
When you see stuff in places that are really kind of out of the ordinary, so on the back of the calves, for example, on the inner thigh area, the buttocks, those are much less likely to be caused by natural play or just normal play.
To understand what a normal location is, Bickle says to think about how children move.
They're going to fall forward when they fall, okay? So in normal play, what we would see is we would expect to see the bruises and the cuts on the knees, on the shins, the elbows and the hands, the chin maybe, maybe the forehead. Those are places where we'd expect to see kind of bruises and bumps and that kind of stuff.
Another sign of abuse is something called a pattern injury, one that matches the shape of whatever was used to cause it. That could be anything from a hand.
If you slap yourself and you leave a red mark and you leave a pattern where you can actually see the fingers and the hand and how it is, when we see that, then we know that that child was hit by hand.
To a belt.
So it'll hit, you'll see the belt mark, so you see 2 lines and then the red where the belt hits, and then where there wasn't anything that hit it, where the holes were in the belt thing, you'll see holes there along the pattern.
To an extension cord.
Extension cord, they hit the child with it and it'll leave a loop mark on the skin.
Texas Children's Hospital's Dr. Michelle Lynn says it's also important to compare the story behind the injury with the age and physical ability of the child.
You may hear of an injury, but it's not appropriate for the age of the child. For example, a 4-month-old who crawled off a high chair and broke his leg.
At just 4 months old, that's not likely, so asking yourself a simple question can point to the truth. Dr. Lynn also says to look for changes in a child's schedule.
When you don't see a child for a while, if you normally see them, I think that's a huge clue.
The child may also avoid physical activity or not perform physical tasks the same way.
Not climbing, not, walking with a limp. What does that mean? That child who's not sitting the way they normally sit in a chair. He used to crawl, now he's not crawling. He used to walk, now he's not walking.
Unfortunately, many abuse warning signs are invisible, so the final red flag is to look at changes in behavior.
They're not eating the way they normally do. They can become more aggressive. They can become more passive. When there's a change in their behavior, there's something that's happening in their lives.
By the way, that training program is something Texas Children's provides free of charge so that all of the local daycares and schools can benefit from it. And you can hear more of my interview with Dr. Lynn right on our website, myfoxhouston.com. Katie McCall, Fox 26 News.